Hi guys, my name is Xiaoyue Jiang. Today I will briefly go through the painting Isabella, which is a very symbolic piece of John Everett Millais. As you have probably been informed from this week's reading, John was one of the founding members of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, a rebellion art group critical against the conventional and somewhat pedantic teaching methodologies indoctrinated by the 19th century academies. The rebel source of inspirations came from Middle Age literatures, paintings, and all sorts of artworks, which they aimed to restore in eradicating the hierarchical boundaries formed by the Academy aesthetics. The painting Isabella was one of the Brotherhood's first debuts to the public in 1849, which is oil painting on canvas. The story setting of the work is borrowed from an episode of Boccaccio's novel, depicting a wealthy family with brothers, realized the romance between Isabella and their employee, Lorenzo. This is a scene of foreshadowing of Lorenzo was later murdered by Isabella's brothers, who wanted Isabella to marry into wealth rather than love. Upon the first impression, we can immediately spot a lot of colors and activities indicating the motions of characters, especially the reds pertaining to Lorenzo and Isabella's brother, separating them from the rest of the picture, and forming a strong contrast against the brown-yellowish floor and background wallpaper. The two are further set apart by a wide table which provides enough room for the characters in the foreground to exhibit motions and thereby enhancing the theatricality of the scene. If we divide the painting into 9 equal sections, both Lorenzo and Isabella's brothers' heads are positioned on the convergence points, which are the basic view guiding points in visual arts. A lot of shapes are involved as well, which are used along with the contours in defining the boundaries of finer details. As such, the creases and patches on the garments of the characters as well as on the plates and the wallpapers. And most importantly, the facial expressions largely outlines and emphasized on the Isabella's brothers on the left and Isabella and Lorenzo on the right. On the other note, I find it particularly interesting how Millais used the edges of the table to set up perspectives, establishing the characters from the foreground into the background, while maintaining the finer details of the characters even at the back. How Millais plays with the color in recognizing the ambient lights exhibits the core value of Pre-Raphaelite, which is the absence of chiaroscuro replaced by intensified color contrast to distinguish and create visual layers of a painting. Respectively floor in yellow, table and the leggings of Isabella's brother in white, and Isabella in gray, Isabella's brother and Lorenzo in red, and lastly, the two blue wall with golden refined patterns at the back, serving to highlight the main characters in the front. In this regard, if we take a look at the famous Academy artist, Sir Joshua Reynolds, you will find the use of chiaroscuro at large. Take the instance of one of his work, The Lady's Wardrobe. We can see straight away how the characters are highlighted, via strong contrast between shadows, mid-tones, and highlights as well as providing an indication of light source, which are the classical drawing methodologies persisting to contemporary academy teaching. Nonetheless, we can tell by the backdrop that the setting is a cloudy day, so technically speaking, the characters are covered entirely by ambient light, hence rendering the existence of highlights improbable. This kind of streamlined painting techniques are very doctrines that the Pre-Raphaelite opposed to, which is, I guess, why John chose Isabella as the Brotherhood's debut, theme of oppressions and struggle. That the wealthy and powerful imposed upon the poor and weak, aka Isabella's brother and Lorenzo. This is largely interpreted as an insinuation of how the then Academy aesthetic defined the boundaries of art, both in academic and social arenas. That shackled the creativity and innovation of art development. Leftly, just an Eastern egg, you can find the shorthand of brotherhood carved into the painting as well. Right here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.